Yo, people, what's going on? Back again with another Red Talk. Adam, it's been a minute. What you telling me, bro?
What's going on? Yeah, I think it's been before Ten Hag, man. So it was good. It isn't so good. It has been good. It is what it is. But thank you for having me on, man. Always a pleasure. Always. Hope you're good as well.
Yeah, not too bad, bro. Not too bad at all, bro. Man, just watching this Arsenal game. Obviously, it's gone into extra time as well.
Yeah.
Shout out everyone in here, and yeah, bro. But it's the same old, bro. Like the season's been crazy, innit? And obviously, it's recently come out. They're basically saying, "Oh, the manager hasn't been given any assurances, innit?" But we kind of knew that was the case anyway. When we saw Ratcliffe come in and he took every single opportunity not to mention the manager by name, like you kind of knew that he wasn't really their first choice.
Yeah, 100%, 100%. And he's not making a good case for him to be backed, is he? like he's failing at every opportunity. Like it's very difficult to back him, especially and when a new ownership comes in. It just even if he was doing a good job, it'd be actually normal for them to remove him and get their guy in. So not much of a surprise. I'd be scared if they gave him reassurances because, like you said, it's been a while since I was on the channel. So it was Ten Hag was rumored the last time I was on. I think it was before he got in, and I think we've been in agreement, you and I, for the first season of Ten Hag. At the start of the season, you were already not so sure, and I was
Yeah.
still on the fence. And you know what? The show is back on now, and
Yeah.
we're back in full agreement. Because if we had this show in the summer, maybe I would have disagreed. But you know what? Turns out I needed a bit more time, but you were right on this.
Yeah, but you know what it is, yeah? It's like last season, I wasn't feeling him, but what it was, I said first season, you have to just give him the benefit of the doubt. He's gonna say he doesn't have his players and so on and so forth. First season is always about just achieving the objective of getting Champions League football. And if you can win a trophy, bonus. He got both in it. Like,
Yeah.
even though the circumstances were a bit shaky, because even that game against Newcastle, yeah, before we scored, we were getting cooked. Like, a lot of people won't remember that now, but we very much scored against the one and played, and we end up winning 2-0. But like, it wasn't that kind of game, innit? Like, we were actually getting cooked. And then after that, it's like we just plummeted after we won the trophy, bro. We got slapped 7-0 by Liverpool.
Yeah, you know what? With hindsight, this should have never been allowed to happen. He never should have been in a job after losing 7-0 to Liverpool. I
Yeah.
think it's the most like unforgivable thing if you're a United fan. It's to get thumped like that against Liverpool. It can't happen. And he picked the same 11, trying to make a point like I trust these guys.
Yeah.
Ten Hag is kind of funny to be honest.
No, but you know what I said? Yeah, I would have respected him more if he said, "Fuck you, lot, I'm changing the whole team," just to make an example. Do you know what I mean? Just to make an example of everyone, change the whole 11 and say, "You know what? You've disgraced me, so I'm dropping all of you." Like, I would have rather he changed the whole team and then we lost the next game. Like, just the on principle. But the way we got smoked 7-0 and then the guy wanted to act like nothing happened. Like, it was crazy to me. Like, I didn't understand it, innit? And this has been a symptom of his whole tenure. Like, it's been awful. Like, when you actually look at it, like, forget the league position, because that was a false position. When you look at the first 2 games of the season, we looked like we didn't know what we were doing and we got smoked.
Shocking. Pre-season,
Yeah,
you know, I was scared. Pre-season, I was like,
exactly.
you know what? Not looking good, is it?
Nah, preseason is the worst. That's the worst preseason I've seen in my life. And I've seen, usually Man United use preseason to bring some youngsters there and stuff like that. The new signings don't usually join, but this preseason gone, yeah. And even when you look at our injuries, you have to blame the manager, because there's a lot of players like Wan-Bissaka and stuff like that. Bro, he's never had injury problems before this manager's come in, you know.
100%, 100%. He's very, very stubborn for the wrong things. It's not, you know, when someone's stubborn, but like they have a good recipe for success, and you just give it a bit of time and it will work. This guy is the opposite. Like, he's very stubborn on things that are obviously going to fail. But you know what? Before the moment he made Bruno captain, I said, you know what? That's it. I'm gone. That is the end of it. That is the end of it. That means, because for me, the first quality of a captain is to be a starter. And Bruno is not a starter in the way in my team. he shouldn't be a starter. So he can't be captain. So that means you're planning on building a team around him. Nah, man, that is ringing some serious alarms in my head. Like this can't happen. Can't happen. And it turns out that he didn't understand. You know what the thing I noticed, and I want to have your opinion on this. I think his biggest flaw is he hasn't been able to get a right assessment of the players he has. I think he got everything all wrong. He doesn't know the good players from the bad players. When a player has a good patch of form, I don't think he understands why. He's trying to recreate that good patch of form by insisting, but he doesn't realize what are the parameters around that allow that to happen.
Yeah,
it's not some, because people say that, like, the people are still backing Ten Hag at the moment are he deserves a chance with the right structure and this and that, and I'm like, his talent ID isn't so good, but he should be allowed to work. Talent ID is not just any mistake or any flaw. It's a fundamental flaw. It is the one thing you cannot get wrong, because that means fundamentally at the basis, you haven't got a clue what a good player is from a bad player. It's not like man management. You can be a good coach, but your man management is poor. So maybe you need to be like helped. Or maybe
you need a good number 2 or something like that.
Thing. But if you don't know a good player from a shit one, what's it like? It's a fundamental mistake. It's like an Olympic swimmer drowning. Like,
100%. But it's not just not knowing who's good and who's bad. You also have to know what makes certain players good and
100%.
what makes certain players bad. You need to know their strengths and their weaknesses. It's all well and good you saying a player is a good player, but if you play them out of position and you don't play them to their strengths, it doesn't matter if they're a good player or not. And we're seeing that right now with Casemiro. When you're playing him as the first phase of build-up midfielder, and that's never been his job. This guy's had Kroos and Modric to do it his whole career, and then you bring him in here to Man United, and you want him to be the guy that starts attacks when we're playing out from the back. That's never been his strength. So if you don't understand the profile of a player and how to use them to get the best out of them, how can you be a good coach?
Exactly. It's shocking because people are telling he needs the right structure to pick the right players. And I was like, hold on. He's failing with players he bought that he knew that he had before. So you're telling me that your suggestion and your solution is to give him players he doesn't know. How is that going to work? Like the ones he knows he's failing with. And like you said, for the Casemiro, I was not very happy with the Casemiro signing because at the moment I had hope for Ten Hag. I said, you know what, this doesn't look like a signing that's going to work, because from the Casemiro that I know, you don't play him in a possession-based team as being one of the first on the ball, because Casemiro is a top-class player, but every player has his weaknesses, and if
he's a destroyer.
Exactly. If you tap into the mistakes and the weaknesses, you're going to get a poor performance. And if you play him in the right environment, then you're going to get one of the best players, the best defensive players there are, to be honest. And then again, for example, Marcus Rashford last season. Marcus Rashford scored goals because of Wout Weghorst, and I'm not having it any other way around, because if you look at Rashford, the profile of player he works best in the front two, and this is basically what Weghorst did. So the fact that I can sit here in Quebec -20 and see that, and this guy is paid like manager to do it, it's a bit of a disgrace, isn't it? Because Rashford is not a left wing and he's not a striker. And if you don't understand the profile of a player, just go back to the academy in the country in which they play. If he was brought up on a 4-4-2, it makes way more sense. Because if you put Rashford next to a target man and a strong, big presence, maybe you can get something out of Rashford. I'd hear it. On the left, shocking. Lone striker, shocking.
But this is the point. And that's why I wasn't having any slander for Weghorst, because I understand that you need certain profiles of players. It's just like these are the same guys that used to absolutely slander Emil Heskey, but Michael Owen tells you that he scored most of his goals because Emil Heskey, whether for England or Liverpool.
Exactly.
And this is what it is. Weghorst was never going to be a goal scorer, but Rashford don't score 30 goals without him.
Exactly. Because you just have to look at the distribution of the goals. I think he scored 6 before the World Cup, and he scored maybe 1 after the League Cup final. So basically everything is concentrated on the League Cup, and mostly during Weghorst's loan, to be honest. And the League Cup, after the League Cup final, I think is when Martial came back into the team. Yeah. So that at that moment, Weghorst was dropped mostly.
Him and Martial play well together, but also Weghorst played in the 10 sometimes as well.
Exactly. And you need balance as well. You can't have someone like Rashford to cut in and score goals. Someone like Anthony that is a different profile of inverted winger, and you need balance. If you have a goal scorer on the left, most likely you will need a goal scorer on the right, because otherwise you're very easy to play against. You know that the goal threat is coming from the left. It's easy to practice. It's easy to prepare. It's very, very smooth to neutralize at the end. So, but those are very basic, fundamental things that the manager is getting wrong. So, like, for example, the Mount thing. I don't have a problem with Mount. Makes zero sense. Zero sense. What is the plan there?
Bro, I don't mind signing Mason Mount if you're deciding that you're replacing Bruno with him and you're getting rid of Bruno.
Yeah, I would take it in a heartbeat, that man.
But why do you have them both? Do you know what I'm saying? And then even when you look at the Antony signing, yeah, for all the slander that Antony's getting, anyone that understands football, you understand that Antony is a wide player that likes to get his foot on the ball and play the ball inside and link. Every time he gets the ball, he plays the ball inside and then he runs inside. That's why he gets so many opportunities to try and hit that shot where he tries to curl it in the back post, because he passes inside, he follows the ball inside. He's not going to take his man down the line ever. He's always going to try and connect inside. But then you've got Bruno to connect with. You don't even have a 10. If he had someone like an Erdegaard here that he could fizz the ball into and he could pop it off to him and he could start doing things, it might make sense. And Sancho's the same player on the other side, wants to play the ball inside and connect and get the ball back. Exactly. And it's like, we don't play that football. So why have you signed Antony when we already had Sancho as well?
The best performances we had Sancho and Antony on the pitch on the wings, and Rashford at 9. Like the Spurs game last season, Everton and Chelsea as well. The best performances we had Sancho on one side, Antony on the other side, and Rashford at 9. And the only advantage of having Rashford at number 9 is that he's less on the ball. So that means he has less opportunities to mess it up.
Yeah, 100%. It's true.
It's the only way. I much rather have. I prefer Rashford at 9 than Rashford on the left, just because I see less of him.
Yeah, no, 100%. At least if you're on the 9, he just ghosts, and then occasionally, like, he's chasing a through ball or something like that.
Exactly. The others will score or something like that. And the Antony thing, like, I don't think he's the best player or top anything. But I think the abuse on Antony is over the top, because people are basically wanting Rashford and Garnacho to play, because there's no way you can watch the games and tell me that Antony hasn't been at least as bad as the others.
Oh, bruv, but this is the thing.
I think he's been better, to be honest.
No, but he has. But what you got to understand is, they need somewhere to direct, their frustration,
100%.
And they're not going to direct it at Rashford or Garnacho, even though they deserve it. So Antony gets the brunt of it. Because this is just what it is.
I was having a chat with Ricky and my brother this summer when I went to Manchester, and I said, did you notice that every player that is directly or indirectly in competition for a spot with Marcus Rashford or Bruno gets not only benched, but gets his career destroyed? And for Antony, for example, he's facing in an indirect way, he's competing with Rashford, because the right thing to do, and I don't think it's a good thing to do still, but Garnacho should play on the left, because I think he's been better than Rashford, to be honest. And you'd have Antony on the right, but they don't want that. They want them both to play. So one needs to take the hit, and that is
these guys are these are our cash cows, though. Do you know what I'm saying? We sat through it before. These guys, they're in the top. I think they're in the top 5 in the Premier League for shirt sales.
Yeah, but you know what? Success is way more helpful financially than just, like, if you start winning games, you start getting new fans. Because
I agree.
Yeah, man, it's just because imagine spending all that money on a Rashford shirt. That means you're not watching the games, and you're like trying to destroy the club.
Yeah, but this is the thing, though. A lot of these kids aren't watching the games. Yeah, they're on Twitter, they're seeing the GA, they're on Sofa Score, they're playing FPL. And literally, they're just competing with their friends. Like, my baller is better than your baller. So now, when they're seeing Rashford scored, like, he got like 30 goals in all competitions last season, you're asking your mum for a Rashford shirt now at Christmas. That's just all it is, bro. And it's the same with the Garnacho thing. Yeah, he came off the bench, like, impacted the game a few times last season. All of a sudden, everyone wants him to be a player that he's never going to be, bro. It's more hope than anything else when you look at these players, bro. They're not good, bro. They're not good footballers. He doesn't have a single attribute, like a technical attribute. I'm not talking about hard work, bruv, because that's all mental. Do you know what I'm saying? He don't have any technical attributes that tells me that he's going to be a decent footballer. None.
Yeah, because like you said, like, it's all hope. Fans are making the conclusion before the data. And that is the wrong way around. Like, you need
But this is the thing. But what I hate the most about these men is these men are always shifting the goalposts all over the place, because The thing is, yeah, these guys will make us a case for stats all the time, but like, bro, this guy don't even have stats. He doesn't even have stats, bro.
Exactly.
He's got 5 goals. So it's not even like he's got stats. Do you know what I mean? So as much as they'll cook Anthony and say, oh yeah, cool, but Anthony don't get stats. He's not getting stats either.
No, exactly. And if you
Neither is Rashford. Rashford's got 5 goals, bro, in the league.
Because that's the standard level for Rashford. Like the 17 goals a season in the league is like it happened 2 times in the last 8 years. So everything suggests that those are anomalies. Like they're not the real pattern.
Yeah, bro.
And if you give
Rashford
him
is
choice,
a
man,
10 goal a season player. 10
Yeah,
goal a season in the Prem. That's Rashford.
yeah, 10 to 12 max. A good season is 17 with very weird circumstances. And fair enough. Fair enough. But let's just not take the piss, yeah, because again, if you give me the choice between a shit player that loses the ball and a shit player that doesn't lose it, I'll stick with the one that doesn't lose the ball. So I'd much rather. And you know what? If you tell me Anthony is shit, but the team wins with him, I'd much rather have the shit player that helps me win. Because at the moment, we're like on 11 losses this season. Shocking.
But this is exactly what I said. And people were getting on to me, bro. This is why I'm picking Anthony ahead of Rashford and Garnacho, bro.
I would.
Because at the end of the day, yeah, the team would score more goals with Anthony in it, yeah, and them two not in it than the other way around. Because when you look at the goals that they're not scoring, yeah, and the goals that they're not assisting either, what are they doing?
Exactly. Because I need to understand how we have the best left winger in the league and the best young up and coming talent, attacking talent, and the best creative midfielder in Europe, and we are on 0 goal difference, bottom 5 in all attacking metrics. Because if you care about stats, then you should look at those as well. I don't care about stats. I look at the game. I watch the game, and it's painful. So something suggests to me that overall something is way off. And another thing as well, we replaced everyone in that team apart from a certain set of players. How about we try getting rid of them? Because the team needs to get away from Rashford, Bruno, Shaw, and Lindelof. Those are the 4 recurring elements that have always been there. And we had like Igalo, Lukaku, Martial, Greenwood, Cristiano Ronaldo, Cavani, Weghorst, like every different type of striker.
Bro, and they always end up being the scapegoats, and the guys always end up getting away with it.
Exactly,
bro. Rashford's been here for 9 years, and no one's really saying we should sell him.
Bro, I would release him, to be honest. Like I would trade him, like we do in hockey. Trade,
bro. People are talking about getting rid of Varane and Casemiro before Rashford.
Yeah.
How?
You know what? I clocked last week. I tweeted that earlier. That Rafael Varane is younger than Maguire.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy when you think about it. He's crazy and way better.
And he's only 6 months older than Lindelof. Like, what are we doing here?
And they're talking about getting rid of him like he's over the hill, bro. Like, he's got experience, yeah. He's got the intangibles in the game. You should be begging this guy to stay, you know.
Exactly. And if you are people say, look, get rid of Varane and get a young, promising center. No, you want the good talent to come in an environment in which there is still experienced talent. Because you don't want the transition to be like bumpy. Like there's a reason why the great players we had in the past succeeded. Because they came in an environment in which they had great players at their peak. And then do you think Phil Foden would have the career trajectory that he's having if he was not slowly pushed into the team around winners? You need to learn how to win. And if you don't know how to win, you don't know how hard it is. And this is the problem we have. The players we have, apart from Casemiro, Varane, and Evans to some extent, they haven't got a clue how hard it is to win. So they don't know what type of effort and quality they need to put in. It's like unknown for them.
Facts. And the thing is, I watched the thing with Phil Foden, and he was talking about how much he learned from players like David Silva and stuff like that. You need these players, yeah, not only for their quality, but also for the younger players to learn off. Like they've even said that Casemiro has kind of taken Kobe Mino under his wing and stuff like that. You need these experienced players for that reason as well. And I think that's why Chelsea are struggling as well. When you look at Chelsea, they've got loads of young talent, but they don't really have any leaders. They don't really have any experienced players. When you're looking at Raheem Sterling as one of the old heads, bro, the guy's 29 and he's never had a leadership role at any club he's been at.
100%. Like
he's not the right character.
No, exactly. The senior players in our attack are Rashford and Martial. That's embarrassing.
Yeah, it's bad.
It's very bad. And look, it's not a shot against them, like, but it's not good enough. They shouldn't be the senior players of the attack. And Højlund and Garnacho showing more effort. That means everything is all wrong.
Yeah.
Because some are not good enough, some are good, but not. Yeah, just a mess, man.
No, 100%. Man said no one's worth 300k at the club. Varane can go anyone on 200k. But that's the thing, it's the wages, isn't it? Rashford's on 300k plus, but because Rashford sells so many shirts, yeah, it's one of them ones where they're probably going to look at it like Rashford's worth the money from a commercial standpoint. That's why he can command the wages that he's on, innit?
Yeah,
but Varane, they're saying that they're probably going to offer Varane a new deal, but it will be a wage cut. I reckon he would take it anyway. Do you know what I'm saying? I reckon he would take it because I don't think his playing days are over, and I don't think he's ready to do to downgrade. Yeah, like he's not ready to downgrade at that age, bro. Like there's even a chance he could end up going back to Real Madrid before that happens.
Yeah, he's class. I think he's top class. He reminds me of having a Carrick in defense. When a good centre half is having a good game, that's the problem with the centre half position. Like for example, Varane is he reads the danger and he prevents and he positions himself so well that the defensive action doesn't happen because of him. So he's basically he's not doing himself any favor because the situation that would actually need tackling and defending doesn't happen in the first place because he read it so well that everything was taken care of before it happened.
He anticipates the fires before they start. Do you know what I'm saying? And that's why people don't realize how good he is, because he's not like Martinez. Like Martinez reacts to stuff and he throws his body at stuff, but Varane sees it earlier. And it's the same with Carrick. You never used to see Carrick sliding in and winning tackles because you should just step in front of people and take the ball, innit?
Exactly.
And this is what it is. Players like that don't really get
appreciated enough.
Appreciated because the only way of seeing what they do, is by watching them instead of watching the game. Because if you watch the game, you won't see them.
Yeah, because they're not looking at the game. They want the game to look at them. Like, bro, this is not how it goes. You need to start. Like, I love the players. And Varane is that type of player. Busquets, Carrick. I love the players that, and I've said that many times, that when you watch the games, you don't notice them that much. But if you take them out of the team, everything falls apart. This is when they are not playing that you see them the most. And Varane is that type of player for me. He's smooth, smooth, so elegant. People say he's clumsy on the ball. Fair enough. He doesn't look as good on the ball as others.
He doesn't.
But he's still good on the ball.
But he's extremely competent. Exactly. He just doesn't look. He doesn't look as fluid, as cultured on the ball as Lissandro. But Lissandro is bloody 5'9" or something like that. Completely different build. Do you know what I'm saying? He almost looks like a number 6 playing centre back, whereas Varane is very much a first defender, but he can play. It just doesn't look the best.
Exactly. And it's just and the wage thing is just a very, very lazy thing to me for fans to argue about. Like, what do you care about the wages? Like, we are Manchester United. If we are not playing a World Cup 5-time Champions League winner, big money, what are we doing here? Because I like being a big club and acting like a big club. I like behaving like a rich club.
Real Madrid, Bayern Munich, these guys are not complaining about the wages that players are on.
No, exactly. I complain about the wages when I see a shocking player like holding the club to ransom, earning too much money. And it's not even about the money, it's about the status. It's like, well, how is that guy having that much influence? That is my problem. But the money, I don't really care about the money. It's Manchester United at the end of the day. So if we are not giving big wages to great players, who will? Other big clubs.
Facts. I mean, because Varane could still leave and go to, like, he was linked with Bayern Munich. If Varane leaves, he's going Bayern or Real. That's where he's going. Like, he's not going Saudi.
Nah,
he's going to a top club, and they'll pay him the money. And the mad thing about the Varane situation, people can say, "Oh, look how much money he's on, bro." If he's looking at Luke Shaw on 190 and looking at Mason Mount on 250, he has every right to demand 300. Because what the hell has Mason Mount done in his career?
Mason Mount is on 250.
Yeah, bro, that's why he signed for us.
Fucking hell.
That's what I'm trying to say. Yeah. Chelsea said that they're not giving him more than 180 or something like that. And I think we're giving him 250 or thereabouts, which is insane.
And we gave him the number 7 as well.
This is what I'm trying to say, bro. It's nasty, bro.
Yeah, it is.
You know what I'm saying? It's nasty. So I just don't know what's going on, bro. Do you know what I mean? I don't know what's going on with the whole situation with these players, but I know that they're trying to bring in a performance / incentive based contracts. I know that that's what they're trying to do.
And that would be based on how would performance be rate? Do you have an idea? Would like achievements or during the season or?
No, but I don't know. It might be appearance based. It might be commercially. So it might be on shirt sales. It might be on something like that. Who knows, innit? But I know that they're trying to bring down the average wage bill because the wage bill is too big. Like, let's be real. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's way too high for what we haven't done.
Exactly.
Like, when you've got a wage bill like Man United, you need to be winning trophies. We can't have one of the highest wage bills in Europe, yeah, and we're not competing for anything.
Yeah, no, exactly. Like going to Villa Park and we scared. Like, what is this?
But this is what I'm trying to say. Like, so really, if we're not competing, then we should have a wage bill like Brighton's because they're not competing either.
No, exactly.
And this is exactly what it is. So when I look at how much we're paying players for not doing anything, we do need a reboot. But also we need to get rid of a lot of characters that have been here for a while that haven't made an impact, bro.
Yeah.
People think that Bruno's made an impact. He hasn't made an impact. The only thing we've won with Bruno is a League Cup, and he's not the reason why we won it.
No.
Like, it's fair to say that his time at Man United has not been a success because we ain't won nothing, and he hasn't led the team to anything as a captain. He ain't done nothing. He's trash.
He's shocking. Like I said that many times, and I say joking, but a part of me isn't so sure I'm joking, because I think that guy has some sort of brain damage that affects his inhibition. Because there's absolutely no way this guy has control over his impulses. No way. I'm not having it because if you just imagine it, picture it in your head. Like someone makes a throw to Bruno, controls it, lifts his head up, switch, and he sees someone making a run. There's absolutely no way that he's not kicking that ball. He can't help that impulse. He's hitting it long all the time, and for silly things. It's like I was saying, it's called utilization behavior. It's a thing. It's like it's a neurological damage that what people they tend to like. I saw that I shared it the other day. And I was like, you know what? This is Bruno to a T, fam.
Nah, bro. No, he has got problems though. Like, because but you know what it is? Nobody is adjusting his behavior. Because if you notice, yeah, he doesn't do that nonsense for Portugal.
Yeah, exactly.
Because they won't allow it. Because they won't allow it.
Of course, and we are happy about it here at United. Because you know what, that paper I shared is the utilization behavior is an appropriate response at an appropriate time. So if you give someone like a glass of water, they will just drink it because they don't have the inhibition of stopping that impulse. They see what they have to do with the thing, and then they just do it. So if you put like a toothbrush, they will just brush their teeth, like just for and that's basically Bruno. If you give him something like that, he will just do it. So if you see someone running, he hits it.
No, he's a proper weird player, man. He's a proper weird player, and the thing is, it's like he's nearly 30 years old now. Like, why would we keep him? Like, even Ole Gunnar Solskjaer said, in the interview when he done the overlap thing, like he said that Bruno is basically he's an emotional wreck. He can't control his emotions. He loses his head in it. And if Ole can see that, I don't know what this manager thought about giving him the armband, because Ole could even say, he said that, like he loses his head and it affects his game.
He goes mad.
Ole's saying that.
Yeah, he goes mad. Like, you know what? He just, when the domino effect happens, and that's it. You can't stop it. Like the calamity, the crisis is going to happen. There's no way back. Because there are some players that you need to have on the pitch when things go wrong or badly. You say, you know what, you can trust that guy to bring the mood, to gather, to cool everybody, to calm down his teammates. You know what? Get together, get your shit straight. This guy, when the game starts being chaotic, instead of coming, he's like, you know what, this is my thing. And he's chaos on top of chaos.
Bro, he just starts diving, complaining to the ref, and then starts like doing these hero shots from 25 yards and putting them into Rose Ed, bro. He's the exact opposite of player that you need, in pressure situations, in the game, or when things aren't going your way. You don't need him there. Like, he's a strange character. And I don't understand why he's been chosen to lead the team, bro. Like, there's literally, forget all the records that this manager's broken. Even when you look at his decisions in terms of the players he selects, the players he doesn't select, the players that he favors, where he plays them, how he plays them, even just what he's getting out of the players he has is bad enough. And when you look at someone like an Amrabat, he's played for him. You brought him in. You don't even know how to use a player that you've had before. Like, he was playing him at left back. Then when you play him in midfield, he don't look good. And it's just like, bro, it's you. Like, it's him.
Because I don't think Amrabat is nowhere near as bad as we've seen and as people made.
He's not.
And the same for many players. Many players. It's just because you know what, the game against Everton was at 7:30 in the morning here, and I got to wake up to see a front four of Garnacho, Bruno, Rashford, and McTominay. After a year and a half. That's my bro. Tatanda, my boy.
Yeah, this is it, bro. Like, but this is the thing. When you see where he's taken Manchester United, people talk about the players we have. And I always remind them, that this guy spent 400 million, in 18 months. This squad looks the way it looks by design.
Yeah, 100%.
He's the one that throws out Sancho. He's the one that's frozen out Ahmad. You know what I'm saying? He's the one that decided that he wanted Amrabat. We chased this guy for the whole summer.
Not playing
to the
him.
point where we got him on loan because we had to make it fit financially because he was adamant that he needed to have him. He's the one that went back for Mason Mount 4 or 5 times, and Mason Mount hasn't played.
The goalkeeper as well.
Bro, he wanted the goalkeeper. Even the Anthony situation as well, bro. Anthony was giving interviews, forced his way out the football club to make the move to Manchester United. Like, all these guys that he's got them. He's the one that throws Martial out after Højlund came in. That's why Martial's not playing.
The Donny van der Beek as well. I think
he forced Donny out. We've seen no confirmation of Martial having any surgery, bro.
Yeah, man.
There's no confirmation. Bro, we heard rumors that the manager's frozen Martial out and he's training by himself. Then all of a sudden his agent put out some statement saying, oh no, Martial's gonna have surgery. And we just haven't seen the guy. We don't know what's true and what's not. But I tell you what, as something coming out like that doesn't happen unless there's any truth to it.
Yeah, it has to be.
Martial training by himself. Who makes that up? Nobody makes that up, bro. Do you know what I mean? That happened. And then these men tried to do the PR thing to put the fire out because Martial is going to run down his contract and go on a free. So that's why his agent came out and said, oh no, he's going to have the surgery, because that puts him out for a few months. It takes you to the end of the season. Man United were rumored to be trying to sell him in January. And clearly he didn't want to go because he wants to get his signing on fee somewhere. So his agent's playing 4D chess. Yeah. You know, like that. And he said, you know what, we'll just have we're injured now. So we can't leave anyway.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And then we leave on a free and go get the big signing on fee somewhere else, bro, because the manager's not paying you anyway. So you might as well have the surgery and chill out at home, stay fit, make sure you don't get injured to mess up your next move.
Exactly. Yeah, this guy has been lying, man. The manager has been lying non-stop.
Come on.
And he's a bad liar. You know, when you're a good liar, you can say, you know what? Fair. You're good at it. When you are terrible at lying, it's like...
Yeah, but the thing is, normally, like, when people lie, they have a certain grasp of the last thing they said. This guy just talks in circles, bro. Like, he lies so often, bro. He lies so often that it's like you just get to the point where you just, every time he opens his mouth, you just expect him to chat shit, like, and you're just not listening anymore.
Yeah, I haven't been listening to any press conference for the last year, to be honest, since the League Cup or something like that.
Bro, this is the geezer that said that Sancho needed to apologize to play football. Then Rashford went out and got pissed and was in another country and all that and was back in the starting 11, like the following game.
Exactly. I was like, I was on Said's show and we're having the conversation about that. I was like, the consequence is not harsh enough for Rashford. It's nowhere near harsh enough. Because he wants Sancho to apologize. Fine. Because, but still, we don't have the full story on that. And then Rashford goes on a 2-day bender in another country with a private plane, set for that. I mean, that was planned because you don't just find a private plane.
Even in the video, man said, "Stop filming. You're gonna get him in trouble."
Well, there you go. Come
on, what are we doing?
What?
Brother, like, how dumb are you? That you thought, as Marcus Rashford, you was gonna be able to go out in Northern Ireland and nobody was going to film you, bro. No one.
But he looks thick, doesn't he?
Yeah, but bro, it's like, how dumb are you?
I think he's pretty dumb, to be honest.
Come on, bro. Bro, I'm not Marcus Rashford, and if I went to a nightclub, in Northern Ireland that I wasn't supposed to be at, I would be thinking, right, like, someone might see, man. There's man that live in Northern Ireland that are in my chat right now. Do you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So, like, what are we doing? And I ain't Rashford. You know what I mean? So how did he think he was gonna go out?
Exactly.
When he was meant to be at training, yeah, and no one was gonna what?
Nah, that's just dumb, man. Because look, if I'm not going to the bar if I have a meeting with my supervisor the day after, and no one cares about me, man.
Bro, a bar in another country, bro. Not a bar in Manchester. A bar in another country, bro.
You have to go through gates and shit.
Oh my days. This bro had to get on a whole aeroplane, go to another country, and then not be seen.
In the bar. It's like it's not a private house party or something. And
Oh, that's what I'm saying. It's not like he went to link up with his friends and they were just having a drink up. The geezer was out.
And how much do you like clubbing? What the fuck?
Bro, the thing's weird. Do you know what I'm saying?
It's shocking. And we had fans like defending him. This is my problem. Like, I have a problem with players when I see that the fan base is moving in a very, very unfair way. And he's been overprotected to a level that I don't understand. I've never seen a player this mediocre get that level of worship and protection from everywhere, from every angle. I'm like, what is this? Like, because this is fascinating. Like, you need to look at it from like with a step back and say, look, you have a massive club and a massive fan base that is like agreeing on the fact that we're going to lie for this guy, and everyone is lying at every single level, fan base level, club level, board level, media level. Everyone is lying. It's like, this is like, I've been reading about totalitarian states for the last year and a half, and the problem with states like that, like, and I've been reading the Gulag Archipelago, everything resides in the lie. And I've learned that recently. I've been watching stuff and reading stuff. If for something like that to happen, you need people to go out of their way to lie at every single level of an organization, because it's the lie that is actually the problem. It's not the player. It's not the leader. Everything resides in the lie, and that is, I don't get it.
No, but this is the problem, and that's why I had no sympathy for him, yeah, at any point, because he was never that good in the first place, and they hyped him up to the point where his ego, yeah, got to the size that he should have never have got to, yeah, with a player of his ability, and that's what it is. So now people are holding him accountable. It feels like oppression to him. It feels like abuse to him, but really, he was getting away with bullshit he shouldn't have been getting away with for far too long, bro. And people just started kind of just pulling him up about it. And it just feels like injustice to him now.
Exactly. The simple fact that he felt comfortable enough to release a text and a statement in an interview shows me the problem is way deeper in his head than I thought. Like, he really believes
eve of a derby as well.
Ahead of a derby, exactly. And the fact that he went to the nightclub after the City game, the first game of the season, it shows either he doesn't care, or he felt like we would win against City like comfortably, to the fact that to the point you can actually go to the club and after with a reservation. Like,
and you can never think that.
You can never think that. You can never think that. So what is it? Nah, exactly. Like you said, that ego, like relative to the talent and the ability, that correlation, that relationship hasn't been like properly dealt with. You can't have that big of an ego with that amount of quality on the player. It doesn't matter. It can't happen.
That's what I mean. This Arsenal game's gone to penalties. Ødegaard stepping up now, bro. It's mad. Arsenal to penalties, you know. Are them man going to penalties already? And in the first round of knockout stages in the Champions League, and these man talking about winning the whole thing, bro. Man going to penalties against FC Porto, you know, and these man think that they're gonna do it, bruv. Listen, even if Arsenal go through tonight, yeah, this is a spooky. Great pen from Ødegaard, though.
I don't have the game on, so you keep me posted.
Yeah, bro, he's doing the passion thing, doing the Vamos thing to the fans already. Look at him. Get out of here, man. He's so over the top, man. I can't stand him, bro. He's a good little player, but bro, I'm just not a fan of all the performative gestures. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, this is just what it is now. Football never used to be like this.
Nah, it's acting.
Yeah, like, it's weird, isn't it? Like, these men are always doing stuff here to get reels for their Instagram now. Exactly. Do you know what I mean? It's not real, bro.
No, I hear it. Like, the celebrations are they don't feel genuine. They are just weird.
Nah, they're not. They're weird, bro. Like these men, they're thinking about the headline. They're thinking about the photo that they're gonna post on their IG after the game. Do you know what I mean? And even if they lose, it's the photo they're gonna post with their little media train caption. Do you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
That's what it is. Oh, not the result we wanted. Like, glad to get on the score sheet. All right, mate.
Nah,
You know what I mean?
that does my head in, man. I hate it when post a picture of you scoring a goal where post you're happy, but the team lost. You're like, okay.
Yeah, but bro, tell us how you really feel, bruv. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, not the result we wanted and that.
That's
Like,
the only honest thing about them.
Bro, honestly, I just be like, you know what? I scored in it. I done my job. Like, just keep it 100 in it. This is not the result we wanted, and not happy to score in front of the fan. All right, mate. Whatever, bruv.
Nah, it bugs me still because you know what? It bugs me when the player is responsible for the poor performance. Because if Varane does it, or I don't know, Dallo, you say, you know what? He's not having a negative impact. But I'm thinking to myself, if you post that, but if you weren't on the pitch, maybe we would have won.
Yeah, facts.
Move.
Nah, it gets like that, bro. Yeah, I mean, it's absolute nonsense, bro. Do you know what I mean? I big up you lot in the chat. Make sure you run it up. It's 2-1 Arsenal. Kai just dispatched his penalty. It was a good penalty. Yeah, but what are you thinking of the new managers and that? Because obviously we've been linked to the Zerbi, yeah. Like HAG has got me set on the Zerbi now. Do you know what I'm saying? So one of them ones, but I just want to see some football, bruv. I'll be honest. I just want to see some football. We've been linked to Nagelsmann, bro. I don't want this chaotic football, man. I don't want it, bro.
Yeah, it's chaotic.
Porto missed. Good save. Was that a save from Raya? Or did it hit the post and then hit him? I don't know. It looks like a save. That Wendell guy missed.
Porto missed?
Yeah, bro. You just missed that Wendell guy. I don't know if Raya saved it or if it hit the post and then hit him. I'm not sure, but it looks like he might have got a fingertip to it.
Penalty saved, man.
Nah, he didn't. Nah, he missed it, hit the post, and then it hit him.
Okay.
Hit the inside of the post. Oh, you got a hand on it. You got a hand on it. You got a hand on it still. He did.
He did? Okay.
Yeah, he got like fingertips on it. Decent save, man. Now Saka's up now.
Okay, go ahead.
Well, I swear all these penalty takers have been better than been left-footed. The man sending up all the lefties to take the pens.
Yeah, Odegaard, Saka, Havertz. Yeah, true.
Yeah, bro. If Saka wraps this, then it's over, bro. I'll be real. Porto gonna bottle it. Yeah. Oh, good penalty from Saka. He just slapped it. Also, yeah, that's the game. That's got to be the game now.
Yeah.
That's got to be the game now. Yeah, them man was saying that Costa was good at pens, bro. Bro, he didn't get nowhere near that. Didn't get nowhere near that, bro. Saka just slapped that side foot, bro. He didn't even, bro. I don't even know what that dive was. This is crazy. Yeah, Arsenal are free, man. Arsenal are free. What are you thinking of the management situation anyway? You got anyone in mind, or you're not fast, bro?
Nah, to be honest, it's a difficult one. I'm not set on anyone. Like the De Zerbi thing, I hear it. I think it could be very, very exciting. But then again, it feels a bit like, you know what? I think the mess we're in, we need a strong personality and a strong technician. Both. I think we need someone like Antonio Conte, but not him. Like someone that is tactical, but is a bit of a like it's his way or the other way.
Yeah, but De Zerbi's a madman like that as well. You know, like that. He's crazy.
Yeah, fair enough. Because I'm just fed up of managers being scared to drop players. Like it's been a few now. Like Ole, like Ten Hag. I'm fed up of the managers not being able or not having the pair to just, you know what, I want to play with the ball, so you can't be a part of it. So you're captain or not, I don't give a fuck. You just sit on the bench or you just move. And this, I don't know, because you know what? Usually I'm thinking, I want to play with the ball. I like possession. I like control. This is like this is how I feel. There's no right way, like, because as we've seen many managers and different style wins. But I like control and I like having the ball, because if you have it, you can't concede. That's the way I see it mostly.
Facts.
But
that's it.
Yeah. But I'm so fed up of playing against Pep and getting like publicly undressed every time. And I'm thinking, you know what? Gegenpress football and German hard rock football is basically the antidote. Like stylistically, is what clashes best. And I'm like, you know, do I base my like managerial preferences on Pep or what I want?
Yeah, Pep ain't gonna be there forever, though.
Yeah,
you know,
exactly
like that.
Right.
So you can't be basing the whole club's philosophy on toppling Pep Guardiola, bro. Do you know what I'm
I
saying?
hear it, but Rants, I'm fed up, man. It's embarrassing every time.
Yeah, I know it, man. Do you know what I mean? But it's just annoying, bro, because it's like, bro, I'll be honest, if we got the Zerbi ball, Porto missed, bruv. Raya's been good on these penalties, but I think he's gone the right way every time. To be fair, it's a good save.
So
But yeah,
Arsenal are
man.
through.
Yeah, bro. Arsenal are through, bro. Them man passion merchants doing knee slides and that, bro. It's crazy. Now I see, bro, Erdegaard running a knee slide into the goalkeeper and that. These men are so cringe, bro. It's
No,
the
they are
most
funny.
cringe football club on planet Earth, man. I
I think
swear.
it's got to be, yeah. I think
Oh
it's the
man,
cringiest one.
that awful, bro. Man done a knee slide to the goalkeeper, bro. Like, what are we doing here, man?
It's embarrassing.
What are we doing here? Know what I mean? But no, they got the job done anyway. Do you know what I'm saying? But it's alarm bells for these man still. Do you know what I'm saying? It's alarm bells for these man because bro, they made hard work of this Porto team and it only gets tough from here. So
Exactly.
yeah, it's gonna be interesting.
And given the situation in the league, I'd much rather Arsenal win it, to be honest.
Nah, see, bro, I see the picture, yeah, and it's City 4-peat, Liverpool 20th, or Arsenal's first Premier League in 20 years. And I swear down, bro. Anyone but Arsenal, bro. I swear. Bruv, I didn't want Liverpool to win it, but bro, listen, I'll take Liverpool right now, yeah.
For
I'll
real?
take Liverpool right now instead of us, bruv. I swear, bro. Listen, life is not worth it for me, bro. People don't understand.
Yeah. Nah, for me, Liverpool anyone but Liverpool.
Nah, bro. Like the thing is, yeah, nah, bruv, listen. The way I see it is, yeah, you see the City thing, yeah. If City do the 4-peat, we can always turn around and say, yeah, you 4-peated, but you got 115 charges, 116 charges, oil money. Man can make all the excuses for that. You know, like that.
Yeah.
Bruv, it's cool. Bruv, there's no excuses, yeah, for letting Arteta and these absolute melts, yeah, win the Premier League, bro. Like, honestly, they got to be the most, like, unlikable team in the league, bro. Like, I can't stand them. And then their fans as well. Nah, the whole thing together is horrible, bro. Like, honestly.
Nah, for me, still Liverpool, I have to say. But you know what? I think it's the most annoying fan base, Arsenal. Like, and you know, my dad noticed that, like, before internet, like, I was a kid. It was like, you know what? And watching on TV and just forums back in 04, 05. It's like, you know what? These Arsenal fans, they're a weird bunch. And it's like a chicken egg situation. Like, do you have to be deluded to be a fan, or do you become deluded after supporting the club? Which one is it? Because is it a predisposition or something that happens afterward? So I know it would be difficult if Arsenal were to win the league, but I can't have Liverpool, man.
Yeah, bro. Listen, I don't want Liverpool to win it, but bro, listen,
we
saw Liverpool talking about doing quads and all these other things, bro. And listen, bro, Liverpool won the league, yeah, and it was bad for like 3 days.
Yeah, no one cares.
You know that's it. Nah, bro. If Arsenal win the league, man, have to hear about this for the next 20 years, bro. You know, like that. Like, it's not just 1 or 2 days. If Arsenal win the league, bro, it's the whole summer man's gonna have to hear about it, and then the whole next season, and the season after that, and the season after that, and the season after that, bro. You understand? Like, bro, if Arsenal win the league, I will hear about it until we win our next one.
Exactly.
Whereas with Liverpool and Man City, they'll win the league, and then that's it. Yeah, that's it, bro. Do you know what I mean? The Arsenal thing, nah, bro. This is dragging for years.
Yeah.
Let's. But these men are still talking about their gold trophy, blood.
Yeah, but that's why I pick anyone but Liverpool, because it's easier for me. I live so far away, like I don't get United Arsenal fans in my daily life, like so that's why basically. But I hear it.
Nah, bro, there's too many Arsenal fans everywhere, bro, everywhere. So it's just one of them ones. Liverpool, it's like outside of Liverpool fans are like scattered. They're not really. There's Liverpool fans in London, but they only started talking up the last 5 years. But like when we were growing up as children, like the Liverpool fans, they didn't say shit. Like, do you know what I mean, bro? In the 90s, 2000s, Liverpool fans quiet, bro. Now you're starting to see them pop up all around London and that, and they've been here the whole time. Do you know what I'm saying? They're just not really talking too much. But when it comes to like the online stuff and your day-to-day stuff, these Arsenal men are everywhere, bro.
They're everywhere, man. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah, yo, that's funny though.
They're everywhere. Do you know what I'm saying? Man said Liverpool can't win their 20th. City can't win their 4th straight. Arsenal can have it. But bro, here's the thing though. I'm a different kind of football fan. Because, like, for instance, if Liverpool win the 20th, yeah, it's upsetting. But at the same time, yeah, they're way better than us. So it's like, whatever. I've seen this Liverpool get to like 3 Champions League finals or something in the last 67 years or something. So, like, cool. If they win the league again, this is kind of their cycle. Like, I get it. Man City are Man City, bro. So I get it. Arsenal, I don't get, bruv. I've seen these guys finish. I've seen these guys. I don't get it, bro. I've seen these man, yeah, finish 8th twice, 5th, yeah, and then they bottled first. Do you know what I'm saying?
They talk with
So,
chest.
yeah, and now, like, what? And then man just wants them to win it. No, I don't. Like, they haven't been in the convo with Liverpool and Man City for the last 6-7 years, and they just popped up now. And then what? They win the league? Fuck out of here, bro. No.
You know what? I hate it that we don't have control over this. Like, I hate being in that situation.
Yeah.
We should be battling as well.
Yeah, but we should be in it. But the thing is, with Arsenal, yeah, it's like I said, the Liverpool and City, I can get it because as football clubs, I respect what they've done in their body of work in the last 5 to 6 years. Both of them,
it's been good.
They've both won a Champions League. They've both won the league. They've been the 2 best teams in the country. Arsenal haven't.
Yeah,
you know, like that. These men struggling against Porto. Do you know what I mean? So if these men win the league, because make no mistake about it, Liverpool and Man City put 6 past that Porto team. Let's not fuck about. Let's not fuck about for a second, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? What Mo Salah and that, and flipping Liverpool and their academy boys, I slapped that Porto team all over the place.
Yeah, they would have hurt them. They would
all over the place. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, what I saw Liverpool do, yeah, to Man City the other day, bro. If you set Liverpool on these Porto, man, they will absolutely run riot.
They were scary, Liverpool against City.
Bro, and it didn't make sense. They didn't even have their best team out.
You know what? I tweeted after that, for those who back Ten Hag, this Liverpool team, is a damning thing on the Ten Hag in the last 2 years, because most of that team is brand new, like of the last 2 years, the Liverpool team that played that way. And people's like, yeah, but they had 8 years. You know what? All of those intangibles, like they had 8 years to build the right structure, to build the right profile, all of that things that just, it doesn't happen. It's just not, you can't touch it. Just excuses. I was like, no, I'm not having the 8 years of culture of. He picked the right players and he coached them well.
Yeah,
and they play well and they do what he needs them to do and they get a result. End of topic. But he picks the right players and he coaches them. So now we are picking the wrong players and not coaching them. And you expect me to give this guy, like, what the fuck?
Bro, facts. Like, man, this brother said you shouldn't care who wins. You should be more concerned that your team is shit. This is how I felt when Man United and Chelsea were trading Prems. I take it you're an Arsenal fan. I can only assume. And if you are an Arsenal fan, you need to understand, yeah, that being a Man United fan is not the same. Being a Man United fan is watching, yeah. Like, if you're an Arsenal fan, you're watching Man United trade. Chelsea have more Prems than you. Man United have way more Prems than you. You're watching 2 teams, yeah, that are superior to your football club. It's not the same. Arsenal are not superior to my football club. You have no Champions Leagues, bro. You know what I'm saying? And we have 10 more Prems than you. So it's not us watching Arsenal do things. It's not the same as Arsenal watching us do things. You spent most of your life watching us be better than you. It's not the same comparison.
Yeah, because
you don't understand. It's not the same.
Exactly. They're aspiring to be us, and we just look at them and like, yeah, you know what? They're noisy, they're annoying, but we don't want to be Arsenal.
Yeah, 100%. Like, bro, like, nah, it's crazy. Like, we don't want to be Arsenal, because if we were Arsenal, like, their trophy cabinets looking mad. You know what I mean? Compared to us, like, you got no European heritage, bro.
And that
you know what I'm saying? And this is just exactly what it is.
That's pretty much the end of the conversation. Like, you cannot win in Europe, so you don't belong to the same. It's just a different class. Like, you shouldn't be in the Super League because you don't know about Europe.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Man saying Chelsea don't have more Prems than Arsenal. How many Prems do Chelsea have? What, have you both got 3 or something? I swear Chelsea got more than 3 Premier Leagues.
Chelsea?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course they have. Like, Conte has 1 and Jose has 3, at least. That's that. So they must be.
So how's man telling me that Arsenal, Chelsea don't have more Prems than Arsenal? Arsenal got 3, bruv. Chelsea got 5. What's man telling me, bro? Come on, bro. Allow it, man. Google's your friend.
Like Google
you
is
know,
free,
like that. Google's your friend, bruv. What are we talking about, bro? Arsenal don't have more Prems than Chelsea, bro. That's your big brother. Their man got Prems and Champions Leagues.
Yeah,
this is what it is.
Man's
talking about overall titles. I said Prems, blood. Go to bed, fam. You know, like that. Man's talking about yes, they do, bro. Loud.
Go to bed, go to sleep.
You know, like that. Man's talking about we're not talking about league wins, bro. Because if I was talking about league wins, I'll be talking about way more titles than the 13 that Man United have.
No, exactly.
You know, like that. So that's why I said Premier League titles. We don't want to talk about overall trophies because then we're just taking the piss. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like we're not gonna do that. No, that's just an absolute piss take. You know what I mean? We're not gonna start talking about trophies I never saw lifted and that just to take the piss. Like we're not gonna do that. Exactly. I'm talking about the trophies that I've seen lifted. I'm talking about the finals I've seen. I've seen Liverpool in three or 4 Champions League finals.
Yeah, Real Madrid, the one against Spurs, AC Milan.
Yeah, I've seen them in 3 or 4 Champions League finals. I've seen Arsenal in 1. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like come on, bro. Yeah. This is what I'm trying to say. So that's why in my brain, if City and Liverpool win the league, yeah, it hurts me less because I know they're good. If Arsenal win it, I'm like, bruv, these shit man won it. We should be winning it. Do you know what I'm saying? Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes, I see it.
Do you understand what I'm saying? It's just like if you see an ugly guy with a nice girl, yeah, you're thinking, rare. Like,
what's going on?
That's her standards, bro. That means I could have drawn that. That's what you're thinking.
Exactly. Because your point is the other 2 teams are legitimate.
Yeah, that's what I mean. If you see a guy with a girl and you're like, you know what, he deserves it, bro. Like, it's all right. When you see a guy with a girl and you think, right, he's punching, you're thinking, nah.
That annoys me, man.
You'd be like, how's he done that? Do you know what I mean? That means if I would have just got there first. And that's what it is. And that's what it is with Arsenal. It's like, if they win the league this year, it's like, bro, look how much money and time we've wasted, yeah? And we could have won this league, bro. Because when I look at them, I'm not looking at a team that's unreal, bro. I'll be real, yeah? Like, I've seen Man City play some of the best football that I've seen in the Premier League since 100%. I've been alive.
100%.
Arsenal were up there, but Wenger Arsenal, not this Arsenal. Do you know what I'm saying? Wenger Arsenal, I've seen some of the best football that I've seen in my life.
Proper talent as well.
Proper football. And then I've seen Pep play some unreal football. I've seen Man City's teams look frightening. I've seen Liverpool's teams look frightening. This Arsenal team don't look frightening, bruv. They might struggle to beat Porto. Like, really struggled.
Yeah, knee slides.
Like, if they end up winning the league, I'm thinking how? Do you know what I'm saying? Like it will feel like when Leicester won it. That's how it will feel like to me.
Yeah, who allowed them?
Yeah. I'll be like, bro, you man died and let this happen?
Yeah, 100%.
That's how I would feel if they won the league. Like, it would genuinely feel like, how have all you man died around them to allow this to take place? Whereas if Liverpool win it, yeah, I feel like they earned it. If City won it, I feel like they earned it. If Arsenal win it, I'm like, nah, this is crazy. Like, what's going on?
This is mad. Because Liverpool failed to win the league with 98 points, which is ridiculous if you deep it.
That's what I'm saying. And this is what I'm saying. Man said, if you win the league, you better take all it. Brother, I know what Arsenal fans are like. You're unbearable now and you haven't won anything. Do you know what I'm saying? So I know how bad it would be if you won the league, and I don't want to experience that.
It's going to be mad.
Do you know what I'm saying? Nah, bro. Arsenal in the party, a man's like, does anyone know that guy? You know, like that. You know, when you're in a house party and you just see these random, like, bro, like, who knows? Who's he here with? You know what I'm saying, bro? Like, who invited this done? This is what Arsenal in the title race is like, bro. Do any of you man know this guy? This is what it feels like. No one knows this guy. How do you get in?
Nah, exactly. My man.
No, bro, that's what it looks like. Arsenal in the title race, bro. No one knows. He didn't bring a bottle. Man just came in, you know, by himself. Don't know the person whose house it is. Know what I'm saying? Man's lying, saying, oh yeah, know that guy. No one knows him.
No one's
like just drinking everyone else's drink. He didn't even bring a bottle, fam.
You know, those Moroccan weddings, man. You just always look at it reminds me of Moroccan weddings, I can't lie.
Nah, bro. People just inviting themselves to the party, you know, came empty-handed, bro. And them man have got 2 drinks in their hand, bro.
Exactly.
This is what it is. Arsenal can't win the league, bro.
I just
It's
look at who's
crazy.
eating the most and you say, yo, that guy hasn't been invited.
Bro, 100%. Man got 2 plates, you know. And man's double parked the drinks on the side, man.
Oh,
Nah, it's mad. I don't know. I can't see them win the league just for that. I don't care. It will hurt me less. I don't care about all this tribal thing because, bro, at the end of the day, records are there to be broken, innit? So when United done the treble, someone else was always gonna do it.
Yeah.
Someone else was always gonna do it eventually. I would have rather that it wasn't in my lifetime, but it's done now. I'm over it. Do you know what I mean? And the same with this 20th title thing, bro. Look how long the man have been on 19, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? And look how long they was on 18. Do you know what I'm saying? Them man was on 18 for like 30 years, bruv. So do you see what I mean? So even if eventually they get to 20, like, so what? Like, do you know what I mean? It's like, it's just not that deep to me, bro. It's really not that deep to me because if you're genuinely a better team than us, I can't look at you and be so angry, bro.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean?
It's honest competition at the end. Like, it's just how people work. If you're the best, may the best man win. It's a classical thing.
Yeah, but bro, you gotta understand, Saeed and Nuruddin, are based in Manchester, bruv.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? So they just don't want, they just don't want City to win, bruv. Saeed's family are Man City, bro. Like, he's one of the only United fans, so he don't want them man to win. Understandable. And then obviously the Scousers are down the road, innit?
Yeah, too close.
Them man don't see Arsenal fans on the daily. They only see them online. I see Arsenal fans in the gym, in real life, online, everywhere. Literally, the only place I don't have Arsenal fans is in my family because it's forbidden, bruv. So we don't have any, you know, like that. But it's one of them ones where, like, this is what it is. There's none in my family, but other than that, they're everywhere.
Yeah, they are numerous, man.
So yeah, bro, 100%. Like, United, bro. Like, listen, anyone but these, man.
Exactly. I mean, I'm just fed up of not being good as well. Like I wish we could be in a situation where, like, you know what, let's just win the thing. That would be the best.
But bro, we can do that. We can do that if we bring in the right manager and we bring in the right players. All this Premier League is showing me right now,
good coaching, good players.
Yeah, all this Premier League is showing me right now is the gap is very, very small between challenging for the title and not being in the title race, bro. And I've said it a lot of time. Like, people are talking about 3 years and stuff like that, bro. Within 18 months to 2 years, we can be challenging for the title if we get things right.
Yeah, 100%. Especially the last 2 years, because it's not like the 98, 99 points, 100 points of the pre-COVID time. That now they are like, it's achievable. Like, we could do it. Like, 18 months, I think, is a fair assessment. Get the good players in, get the wrong players out, proper coaching, and because that's the thing with process and 3 years is it's convenient because the time is never now. So you have to live in that delusion, that just hope, and because if you fix like a clear target, you set the parameters for success, but you also set the parameters by default for failure. So that's why people love vague stuff, because they can't get it right. But surely the most important thing is that they cannot get it wrong. And that is what is more important to people. Because if I say I want to achieve, if I tell you, Rants, for example, I have for the next year, for example, in my personal life, I want to achieve this, but then I'm setting up the settings for failure. So if I do not achieve the things I told you now in a year's time, I would have failed. But
100%.
If people come with the process and structure and wage bill, you can never actually get proven wrong. You can actually never get called failing. And that is what bugs people. And you need to face it. You need to fail to learn. So I want to do this and we want to achieve this. If we don't, it's a failure. End of topic. We move. We try again. But be honest.
Yeah, you're 100%. But the thing is, you have to actually acknowledge, what failure looks like. And these men don't do that.
No, they don't.
They don't do that. And this is the point, innit? So this is why we always hear the process thing all the time, and phase 1 and phase this and all these phases. And this is what we say, like, when do we determine when the phase ends and when the new phase starts?
Exactly.
Like, we don't.
What is the end? Because in everyday life, people get judged on the results they deliver. I
Yep.
get judged on that. You get judged on that. My neighbors get judged on that. So that's just how it is. So we need to get it straight, because at the moment it's like, yeah, but the injuries. Like, do you expect a season without injuries? Is this what we're doing now?
Yep.
Do you want
But
to
this
have?
is it.
Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
No, but this is it, bro. Like, even like, bro, when you look at injuries, everyone's had injuries, bro. Like, we literally saw, yeah, Spurs played, I think, Ben Davis and Emerson Royale as centre backs, bro.
Yeah.
And they're still attacking and winning games, bro. They went to Man City with them two. Do you know what I'm saying? And this is exactly what it is. Like,
100%.
this is crazy. This is actually crazy. And this is the difference. This is the absolute difference with a manager that has a philosophy and a manager that doesn't. So when you look at last season, obviously Newcastle were quite fortunate with their injuries and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And they managed to get Champions League. This season has been horrendous for them. They've fallen off. This season, Aston Villa are up there. But bro, like, it's like every season there's a new team kind of, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Looking like they're gonna get in. And that's the thing. It just shows you that a little bit of consistency is very easy to break away from the mid-table pack and start to push towards that European top 4 places in the Prem. It's very easy to do so. Like, it's not locked in.
No, exactly. Just like you said, just consistency would go a long way. Just consistency. If you were like, you know what, old school Jose team, like, you know what, the team that doesn't concede but get a 1-2-0, just that, you would go very, very far in this league. Just consistency, because at the moment, it's so inconsistent in the team we have. And the problem when you have inconsistency and you don't know which position to prioritize, that means everything is going to shit. Because if you have a good team, you know which position you need to strengthen. Because if, for example, you are playing like, if you're a team like Brighton, for example, and you always play the same way, and you always concede a certain type of goal, it's easy to spot that maybe the centre back isn't that great. Maybe that is the weakness. Maybe if it's the goal scoring threat, but you're still creating chances, but you can't finish, maybe it's a striker that you need. But at the moment, I'm looking at it, I think we need wingers. I think we need another striker. I think we need at least 2 midfielders. Centre back for backup, because I'm fed up of Dumb and Dumber, Maguire, Lindelof coming in all the time.
Yeah.
Left back is a problem. I feel like, I don't know if you saw the HAG, what he said about Malacia. I think Malacia is in jail. And I think that's...
Bro, he might be, bro. I told you, man got caught up in the Quincy Promise Rico, bro.
Exactly.
Because, like, I don't know where this guy is, bro. I ain't even seen... And then watch him come back with an afro. And if he ain't had a haircut, he was definitely in jail.
Yeah, 100%.
I don't know where this guy has been, bro.
But bro, that, like, if everything needs to be assessed and every position is a priority, that means the manager's failing. Because if we can't agree on the position, if you look at the Lampard situation at Chelsea, they thought I was looking at that situation, the Chelsea fans on Twitter, very carefully, and they were criticizing Jorginho, they were criticizing the striker, they were basically what we have at the moment. And when Thomas Tuchel came in, everything started to make sense. They were starting to get a lot more consistent and coherent as a team. And then they picked the players and the position that needed actually to get strengthened. So you need good coaching, and then you know what you need to improve and where you need to improve. So that's why the manager is failing on so many levels, that the list it's too much. Too much.
Of course. Because even these Man United players, bro, don't get it twisted, yeah? I understand that a lot of these guys are not that good, but they're better than what we're seeing.
Bro,
100%. Like two things can be true at the same time.
Yeah.
Like, I hate when people turn around and say, oh, it's not the manager, it's the players. No,
bro,
you can be getting way more out of these players than you're getting.
100%.
Because we've seen other managers get way more out of these players, and we've seen these players perform at a higher level. Like, even a Rashford situation that you spoke about, he plays better with a proper striker. He looks better with Martial, with Rasmus. Like, we've seen him play with Martial. Him and Martial tend to play better with each other on the pitch.
Yeah.
They always do. They just got this connection. They play well together. Like, that's their thing. But he decided that once Højlund was there, Martial was fit, and he chose not to play him. It's not like Martial was injured, bro. He was fit, and the manager wasn't using him. So it's one of them ones where the manager's done that. The manager had Sancho, throws him out. He's not using Ahmad. He'd rather use Amari Forson.
That is a
Like,
disgrace.
bro, it's one of them things where the manager is making these problems. Like, we've
I-
seen that Garnacho off the bench as an impact player, yeah, was how he made his name last season, yeah. Tired legs, a bit of his little chaotic energy for 20 minutes, it works. Over the course of 90 minutes, he's never had a good game.
No.
He's
Because
never had a good 90-minute game.
exactly, because you know what I've noticed, that we have players that get criticized for not being direct and not being like having an impact and not taking the defenders on, and we have players that have good. You need to start with players that don't have impact, and you need to bring on the players that have impact just by definition. So you need to start a game with Sancho, with Martial, with the players with Ahmad and Anthony, and you need to bring on Rashford and Garnacho because those are impact players. But you don't want impact from the word go. What you want is to create an environment in which the team can start playing. You need to create the right setup for the team to actually start making passes. People say if you put Bruno in Manchester City's team, he would do what Kevin De Bruyne and Bernardo Silva do. Not a chance, because the right environment in which De Bruyne and Silva thrive cannot happen because of Bruno in the first place, because he's an obstacle to that. You can't just start and be creative from no, you need to start making passes. You need to have a right environment, structured environment, and then creativity happens, because you need to clash creativity with structure. Otherwise, it's not creativity, it's chaos on top of chaos. And this is exactly what we have. You need to have stability, safe passes, sideways, short passes, and then you create the space, and then creativity can happen, not the other way around. So if you want like Bruno to thrive, you can't thrive with Bruno. He's just he's a bum. Let's not forget about it,
bro. Like, if you wanna create a cohesive football team, you can't build it with Bruno as the foundation. And that's the thing. But this is it. But this is the problem. Like, when you're building a house, you need a strong foundation. The foundation of this team, yeah, has Rashford and Bruno in it, and at the moment Garnacho, because these are the players that are playing every week. Like, that foundation is horrible. It's horrible, bro. And big up Eric for the super chat. Leon saying we have resources and players for a basic manager to come in and improve us. Adam, which manager could improve us with these players?
I think, you know what, Ten Hag, even with Ten Hag, I think, but my problem with him is I think he's sold his soul. I don't think he's sticking to what he did before. I think even himself could do better. And he's not, because he decided to be stubborn, and he said, I want this and this player to play. But I think the Zerbi would get more of this. I think Thomas Tuchel will get more of this. I think Simeone at Inter Milan, from what I saw, could get more of it. I think many managers, Nagelsmann, Marco Rosa at Leipzig as well, because I don't know if I didn't watch for the full games against Madrid, but I think Leipzig were pretty good against Real Madrid. But I didn't watch.
Yeah.
I didn't watch, so I can't be like give a full assessment and verdict. But like you said, these players are shocking and they need to get removed, but they are better than the shit we're being served every week, all the time.
Oh, 100%. But this is why I blame the players less. I understand the limitations, yeah, that these players have, but it's the manager's job. I think your primary job as a manager, yeah, is to identify the strengths and weaknesses of your players.
Exactly.
And get the very, very best out of all of the players available. That's it. Exactly. That's what your job is. Before signing players, before all of these things, obviously picking the right players and not picking the right players comes into it. But if you understand the strengths and weaknesses of your team, yeah, and you're getting the best out of everyone, even if you don't say pick the best 11, yeah, if you're getting the best out of the other players, you can still be winning games, bro. This guy is alienating his best footballers, 100%. Playing his worst footballers, and then on top of that, the ones that he is using, he's not even using them correctly, bro. It's like, what are you doing, bro? If you're going to play someone like Rashford, at least know how you're going to play him.
Exactly. Because if you tell me we are going back to a old school 90s 4-4-2, I say, you know what, pick Rashford. That's fine by me. I think it makes sense.
Yeah, but even when we played the 4-2-2 with Rangnick for a bit, bro. Like, bro, when you look at Man United, they don't really have any natural wide players. Like, when I say natural wide players, I mean proper wingers, apart from Anthony. Because even when you look at Mason Greenwood, he can play out wide, but
he's not inside.
But he'll drift in and he'll do whatever. Like, he's working more on his wing play now in Spain, but he's still got an eye for goal. He's still more of a forward than a winger.
Yeah,
Do you know what I'm
100%.
saying? Rashford's more of a forward than a winger. Like he's not
Yeah.
a centre forward, but he's still a forward. Do you know what I mean? I don't know what Garnacho is, so we'll just say he's a forward because he doesn't cross. Like so, do you know what I mean? You look at him. Martial's a striker. Do you know what I'm saying? He's not a winger. Like even when you look at the attackers we had, Sancho's a proper winger, but even him,
He's not the
he can
classic winger.
he can play in a 4-2-2. But the point is, if we played 2 up front, he could still play in that too, bro.
Yeah, he would.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like the fact that this manager hasn't really tried anything, bro. We've even seen Christian Eriksen in a false 9, bro, because he played him in a false 9 against Brentford, first game of the season. You'll play Eriksen false 9, but you won't try and switch to a 2 up front and maybe play Højlund and Rashford together, or like
Højlund and Martial.
Højlund and Martial together would make more sense stylistically.
Exactly.
Like this manager hasn't tried to change anything, bro. Like this is what's killing me.
He's stubborn to a level I don't think I've seen before, man. It's ridiculous. And like you said, the first job of a manager is to get the best out of his player, to identify strengths and weaknesses. And this is why and how like managing and football has become so scientific in the last 15 years. The systems and the theory and the theoretical context of coaching. Because if you work as a unit in a system, you find the best way to like reduce the weaknesses of a player and at the same time highlighting the strength. So if you have a system, for example, if you have a player like Rodri, for example, in the City team, you get the very best out of him without getting the worst out of him. And you get the same thing with Bernardo Silva. And of course, those are very gifted footballers, so they don't have that many highlighted mistakes to highlight in the first place. But Kevin De Bruyne, for example, the fact that he's been that successful, it's been covering for the mistakes and highlighting the strength. And the same goes for many players. But if you try to bring Casemiro and put him at the basis of the midfield, not only you're trying to expose the weaknesses and reduce it's the opposite. And that is basic. That tells me that he has heard of Casemiro, but he never saw him before. Because when Real Madrid and Casemiro, when they used to play and they were winning the 3 Champions Leagues back to back, they mostly played a diamond. And Casemiro was the deepest, but he had a midfield 2 in front of him and a number 10. So his job was to destroy, but he still had a double pivot in front of him. And when they played in a 4-3-3 and they had Kroos and Modric higher up, they struggled. And they always isolate the striker with that because the circulation of the ball wasn't good because Casemiro is not doing well in that position. So
yeah, that's not how he plays, bro. And even then, like he's never been the first phase of build-up, bro. That's not his game.
Exactly.
But that's never been his game, and this is what I just don't. I just don't understand it. Like the manager's not getting the best out of what he has, bro, and he's not trying to change it up either. Like he's rinsing the same front 4, bro. He's complaining about injuries, isn't it? When you've got injuries, is that not the best time, yeah, for you to try different systems and see what you can make happen?
Exactly, because you have the excuse. We will be forgiving because we know injuries are there.
But that's it. Like that's the best time to try something different. When now Rasmus is injured, like we ain't got no out and out striker because him and Martial are unavailable. Now's the time to try and tweak it, change some things. Instead you're complaining about injuries. Just change the formation.
Exactly, because didn't we try the false 9 in the preseason, or was that just to take?
No, we done it in the preseason and then he binned it as soon as the season started.
Exactly. So he should have some data on that. So yes, he played Sancho there, but he's not going to tell us, no, I don't have Sancho, so I can't do it, because that would be very funny.
But this is what I mean. You can use someone else to do it. And that's the point. Like, he doesn't understand his own players. And that would be my biggest criticism. That would be my biggest criticism of him, bro. And the man said, didn't he get the best out of Cass last season? Bro, we're not playing the same football that we're playing last season, bro. And clearly, you know fuck all about football if you think that we're playing the same way. Because last season, we weren't playing this stupid 3-1-6 with the inverted left back. We weren't doing that. There's a reason why he's playing Lindelof at left back. One of the goals we conceded, Lindelof was in a number 8 position. And he was a left back. Do you know what I mean? So don't talk to me. Last season, we are playing a very rigid, 4-2-3-1, with Cass and Eriksen sitting deep, bro. That's what we were doing. And we're not playing that football no more. Eriksen don't even play. So what you're talking about, he got the best out of Cass last season. Cass never had the responsibility like that last season, and also he wasn't isolated the way he gets isolated now.
Exactly, and you know
It's got
what?
nothing to do with injury. We changed the system, bro. Why are you talking shit for, bruv?
No,
Man's talking about injuries. Like Amrabat wasn't playing left back when he came in. Man's talking about injuries. Get out of here, man. We're playing a complete different system.
McTominay captained us to Anfield. Like everything is wrong,
bro. We're playing a completely different system to last season. Man's talking about injuries. Got nothing to do with injuries.
Nothing to do with injuries, because when we had the full squad, the first 3 games of the season, it was obvious. We got overrun. We had no structure, no shape. He planned to play with Mount and Bruno very, very high.
Yeah,
it's not the way we were playing last season. It's just different.
Well, exactly. Mount and Bruno high, pressing, and Cass by himself, isolated. That's exactly what happened. And then once you beat the press of Mount and Bruno, you're through on our defense, because Casemiro is not going to be able to cover all that ground by himself.
And another thing, no one can do that on it alone. Like, it's not even like, of course, Casemiro is not the best for that, but no player can defend an entire pitch by himself, even if he's 24 and the best athlete there is. It's just too much for one man. So it's a profile thing and a shape structure thing. Like, there's so many things wrong with it. So many things wrong. And we did not get the best out of Casemiro last season, because we got a League Cup and a 3rd place finish. When you get the best out of Casemiro, you win Champions Leagues.
But that's it. And you need the players around him. And that's
you
just
need,
what
exactly.
it is.
Exactly.
You need the players around him. You need the system around him. Cass is not special. He's not special. He still needs the players around him. He still needs the systems around him. Exactly. And most players do, bro. And that's why I believe there's a lot of players at Man United that, whether they're at Man United level or not, there's a lot of players we're not getting the best out of, because they don't have the right system around them. And also they don't have the right players around them.
The right teammates as well, exactly.
Yeah.
Because how can you play when you have Bruno and Rashford losing the ball and Lindelof being scared? Like, at the end of the day, like, 2 players out of 10 is too much. It's a big chunk of the team that you cannot rely on, that you cannot predict their movement or their position or their form. It's too much. How can you build consistency when there are always moving pieces? Too much. Well, I feel like we need more players that do nothing, quote unquote. They get the ball and they pass it, move, quick players, intelligent players that understand the spirit of football, not even the tactics, how football should be played. Get the ball and pass it, move, create space, and then good things will happen.
Surely. Yeah, but these fans are in love with these direct players that just get the ball and run with their head down, in it. But you got to understand that these players are the guys that lose you games.
Exactly.
These are the guys that lose you games. These are the anti-football players. That's what they are. The likes of the Rashfords and the Garnachos. Every time they get the ball, they're trying to take people on. Yeah, taking these people on, it might happen 1 time out of 10. The other 9 times you've turned the ball over and we're defending. That's why we concede so many shots.
Exactly.
It's not a coincidence.
Exactly, because now we've had Ten Hag, Ragnick, and Ole. And with the exception of Ole, for Ragnick and Ten Hag, we know what type of football they play. And for both managers, the criticism was we have no identity and no style. But we know how those managers played before. Now you need to start asking the questions. Why aren't we able to do it? Because when I see United fans that love Bruno but praise Rodri at City, I'm like, you haven't got a clue. You haven't got a clue.
You don't know why you like Rodri. You like Rodri because you know it's cool to like Rodri.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? And you like Bruno because you don't know football. And it's cool to like Bruno because you can't like both of those players. It doesn't make sense. It's counterintuitive, isn't it? It doesn't make sense.
It doesn't make sense. And I see like fans, United fans praising Rodri, but saying that Jorginho is a shit player. I'm like, again, you don't get it.
Yeah, bro, they're the same player, bro. It's just that Rodri's just a bigger, more physical Jorginho, but them man they're just tickers. They just tick the game on.
Exactly. So you're not making sense. So you don't know why you like a player. So that means you don't know what's good for the team, because you don't the players you like don't make sense based on what you're telling me. So what are we doing?
Yeah, it's weird, bro. But this is what it is, bro. And this is where you can tell, if players are getting their opinions on footballers from the general consensus or if they're actually watching football.
Yeah.
Because if you like a certain type of player, there's just certain players that will never resonate with you.
Exactly, 100%.
Do you know what I mean? There's no footballer in world football that I like that plays like Rashford, that just picks up the ball and just runs. There's not one.
Nah, he doesn't.
I don't like any of them. I don't like any of them. Because to me, that doesn't make sense. That's not football.
Nah,
that's not football. If you don't play football with your head up, then I can't take it, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? Because it's just mad frustrating.
Exactly, because if you think playing good football is scoring goals, if you think goals have more value than passes, you get it wrong.
Mm,
Passes are at the core. Like goal is actually just the end product.
mm.
But you need to get there. You need to make passes.
But this is what I'm saying. But then the thing is, when you make these passes, yeah, people that don't know football will say, "Oh, he's got no take-ons. He doesn't do anything."
Exactly. Yeah,
That's what they did. He does nothing. That's what
exactly.
that's the criticism they were giving of Grealish. When Grealish was doing what Pep wanted him to do, yeah, rotate the ball, come inside and link and all that, they were saying, "Oh, Grealish don't know nothing." But then Doku plays and just gives the ball away every single time. And then these are the same guys that were saying that Doku was better than Grealish because Grealish doesn't take on his man. But
Nah.
Grealish, or they'll say Doku's more effective. How's he more effective if he's losing the ball all the time? How do you become more effective by just losing the ball, bro?
How are you more effective if the team as a whole is more shaky?
The team's more vulnerable when you play because you turn the ball over in positions where the team can get counter-attacked.
Exactly, and they can hit you because it's just because you can compare players, and I say this all the time. But at the end result, the final analysis is still collective because you can
Mm,
compare. For example, I was having the conversation on Saïd show. You can compare Bruno to the Kevin De Bruyne, for example, because I think Neji said he'd pick Bruno over KDB.
mm,
You can compare the two and like possession loss and this and that, fine. But you compare a player with another one. But at the end of the day, you need to look at the collective things. You have one team that scores the most goals, creates the
mm,
most chances, wins the most trophies, and has the most possession. So something tells me the trade-off is in favor of Kevin De Bruyne being in the team over Bruno because
mm.
in attacking stats, we are bottom 3 in the league. So I think the trade-off is negative for us, positive for us, for them.
Yeah,
You have to
because
be
they
judged
yeah,
collective.
yeah, 'cause they got the system to accommodate that. We don't.
Exactly. Because at the end, it's a team sport. Like you can't, it's a team game. You have to.
Nah, bro. It's just weird, bro. I don't know. We're gonna see. Man said, shit, are we even in a positive goal difference? Now we got zero.
Zero, mate.
We got zero, bruv. Do you
In
know what I'm
March.
saying? And then we got to go away to Liverpool, fam. Well, not away. We're at home to Liverpool, but we might as well be away because we're gonna get smoked, bruv, on the weekend.
Exactly.
Like
And we're in
it's
March.
gonna,
Like, this is not the second week of August.
yeah,
Like
bro.
zero
Do you give us any chance, bro?
against Liverpool.
Yeah,
Not zero.
that's how I'm feeling. I can't even see, bro. I can't even see a way of us getting it to penalties.
No. Because at least United teams of the past that won good, at least they had like the mentality to do it. Like they had the pride. They would go out there
Mm,
and do something. But now we have the players that don't really care. The manager will find a way to set them all wrong. Or maybe he will get the right setup for 40 minutes and then he say, you know what, start attacking them and then we'll get cooked. Like he did against City. I don't see us. And they're in a mission. Like and Liverpool, they don't like us. Like they want to win. It's not that City, they don't care about us as much as Liverpool care about us.
yeah,
It's
no
important for
fact.
them.
No, that's crazy. Hey, what's your did you change the name of your YouTube channel?
I never had one, never had one.
You didn't have one?
No, I never started like school. Just too
Bruv,
busy with
this
uni.
guy, bro. I hear it. Well, bro, when you start yours anyway, we need to put that in the title.
Yeah, 100%.
You know
Thank
what I
you.
mean? Because people are asking in the chat, bro. Man said I've said the red flag was when he didn't use Ronaldo, he didn't even try to get the best out of it. But I don't think that was the red flag for me
Not for me.
because he could have used Ronaldo as an impact player, but Ronaldo didn't want to be an impact player. Ronaldo wanted to start. This was the disconnect in it. But the way he dealt with Ronaldo wasn't the right way. But even Oli said that he had issues with leaving Ronaldo out because Ronaldo would complain,
Yeah.
and also Saleh Ferguson would complain, and people know how I feel about that situation anyway, bro. With Saleh Ferguson, he shouldn't be getting involved in shit like that. Do you know what I
No.
mean? When Ollie's saying that Saleh Ferguson would get annoyed that if Ronaldo wasn't playing, like, bro, it's not his place to be speaking to Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, the manager, and asking him why Ronaldo's not playing. Do you
Exactly.
see what I mean? Like, that's not that to me. That's
No,
an
let the manager
overstepping of the boundaries, and that's why he just needs to be away from all footballing stuff in the club, bro. He's had his time. Do you know what I mean? Everyone's thanked him for what he's done, but now he needs to let the new managers do their thing. He shouldn't have any sort of influence.
I agree.
And him, even Ollie feeling pressure from him to have to play Ronaldo, it's not positive.
It's not good. It's not good. Sir Alex himself wouldn't allow that sort of influence on him when he was manager.
But this is what I'm saying. But this is what I don't get. This is what I don't get, because he wouldn't listen to no one else.
And
But
rightly so. And rightly so. So
well, exactly. But this is why we need a manager that's his own man. They'll say, you know what, with all due respect, like, do one. Like, that's you know what I mean? That's what we need. Because even because the thing is, yeah, even Zlatan said the same thing. He's like, bruv, you man are living in the past, bro. You man are always talking about how Fergie did it, bro. He's not here no more. Like,
exactly.
do you know what I mean? And Zlatan's saying that. And the thing is, with someone like, that's the good thing about someone like a Van Gaal, yeah, for instance. Because with Jose came and he managed in the Prem, so he would have a relationship with Sir Alex Ferguson. When Van Gaal came in, bro, he just done his own thing. He didn't want to hear none of that shit because he's a big man.
100%.
You know what I'm saying? Van Gaal's a big man, so he's like, bro, I'm not even trying to hear none of all that Ferguson stuff. Do you know what I'm saying? But
so many things.
But all the other managers have still kind of been kind of in awe of Sir Alex. You know them ones. Like Van Gaal's not. He's not on that. He's from a different school.
I know, he doesn't care, that guy.
You know what I mean? He doesn't care. And I need this club to move past him, bro.
Sentiment. And
they need to move past him, and they need to move past the sentiment, and we need to turn into a winning team now. Because right now, there's only so long, like you said, getting new fans. You have to win, bro.
You have to win.
I'm seeing Man City shirts all over the place now, yeah. Because Man City are winning, bro. Like, there's only so long Man United can keep talking about the 20 league titles and the trebles and all that. We need to start winning shit, bro.
Exactly.
Because if we don't start winning shit, we're gonna lose fans, and then all of a sudden we're gonna lose revenue, and then so on and so forth.
Spiral down. Yeah, 100%. Exactly. We need new fans, like we said. And I'm looking at marketplace on Facebook here, and I see City shirts for sale, like in a spot where we never had football jerseys ever. Like, what's going on?
But that's what I'm saying. We're watching the Champions League right now. No Man United.
You know what? I had my DAZN subscription. I think it was due like to end in November, and I didn't renew it because I knew this is where I watch the Champions League. I said, you know what, we're not going through, and I don't want to watch the Champions League after that. It's just I want to pick the game I want to watch, and worst case I'll stream it.
Bro, man said United can't lose fans. Bro, you lose fans every single year. You don't win stuff because you lose them to other clubs.
100%. You don't make,
you know, like that. Because bro, every day, every week, every month, a kid's getting their new football shirt, their first football shirt. And usually the first football shirt is going to be the one that they continue to get for the rest of their life.
Exactly.
You know, like that. That's what you got to realize. So every single day, someone's getting their first football shirt, bro.
Exactly.
And it's less likely to be a Man United shirt than it's ever been, in the last 30 years.
Easy. Because exactly like you said, you're losing fans. You know, those kids who are football fans, but they don't come from football fans' families. So they have to pick a club. They just, you know, that moment can happen. You're 6 years old, you watch a game and you're starstruck by a performance or something. You say, you know what, that is my club from now on.
Yeah.
And it just happens like that.
There you go. So, yeah, like, it's a mad thing, bro. It's an absolute mad thing. So United need to pattern up. They need to move forward. The new stadium will help.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? It's a step in the right direction. But I just think that we need to get out of the old way of doing things and into the new way, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? And that means new manager, new stadium, new players, new philosophy as a club. None of this like academy nonsense, bro. Do you know what I mean? The one thing I liked about Sir Jim when he came in, was when he got interviewed and they were saying, this is what United's all about and at the academy. And he's like, yo, that's not what the club's all about. Like, we're about winning first and foremost. Forget pushing this academy propaganda. If we're not winning trophies, I don't care about the academy.
Exactly.
I'll be honest.
Exactly. 100%. You know what? Because the club is special. United is special because of the success plus the history and the tradition and this and that. But the success is the denominator, is the common factor, because tradition and academy and everything, other clubs have that. And success only, other clubs have that.
That's what I'm saying. Academy. Southampton got a good academy, bro. Crystal Palace got a good academy. Charlton got a good academy. Exactly. Man, I don't care about these academies, bro. Like, do you know what I mean? We're not a feeder club. We need to win. Like, what's all this talk of academies? If we're not winning, the academy don't mean anything to me.
Exactly. Because United is special because it has success and the rest, not one or the other. But success is the most important thing because the rest follows after that. It's easy to draw narratives when you're a successful club. We are winning everything, but we have the academy and we have this and we have this and we have that. But we are winning plus that, and that is that's what's important at the end of the day.
100%. You know what I'm saying? You lot run up the lights. Make sure you follow Adam on Twitter. Them guys put the link to his Twitter in the chat.
Come on.
You know what I mean? So make sure you follow that, man. What else you got coming up in the week? You on site? When are you next on Saeed's?
I don't know, maybe Friday, I think. I'm not so sure again. It's just because with the uni stuff, it just my schedule is so random at times, and especially these days. But I think Friday on Saeed's show. I think usually we have like the debate on Friday, so probably that.
Calm. Yeah, bro. I think Adam's the only person that hates Bruno as much as me, bro. I'm telling you, bro. This guy, he's an abomination, bro. Like, honestly, like, so
he's
bad.
An insult to all of us.
Yeah, so bad, isn't it? And he got the armband, bro. Like, how he got the armband, I have no idea, man. So, honestly, guy.
I was vexed when he got the number 8. The armband was the last nail for me. I was like, God.
Yeah, no, it's awful. The whole thing. Do you know what I mean? Rooney used to wear that shirt. You know what I'm saying?
And just before that, it was Mata, and it was like, there's nothing in his game that I enjoy watching.
Nah, yeah, it's true. It's awful.
It's just, you know what? It's just quickly, because I know we are wrapping this up, and I can't for the life of me understand how someone can be so flat-footed and yet never get injured. Because
bro, like, his biomechanics, are weird, isn't it? Like, it doesn't make sense. He should have back pains. He should have knee pains. Like, I don't know how this guy gets up and down the pitch, and don't get injured. And he's literally like, he's built like a penguin, bro.
Like a penguin, fam.
Like, it makes no sense. Like, I just don't get it, bro.
And then he goes exactly like someone in the comments said, but he modeled his game after Iniesta. That just confirms the brain damage thing I was talking about earlier. This is just more data in my favor for my theory, because there's no way you can watch Iniesta and treat the ball like it's something like vicious and dangerous.
Yeah, man. Nah, trust me. This guy, man, he's just launching grenades, bro. This is what he does. This is what he does.
On site.
Nah, he's awful. He's actually awful, guys. So it's just one of them ones where, like, yeah, man, there's a few of these players that I want out this club, but depending on what manager we get, I think that will spell the end for some of these guys. The only one bit of hope I'm holding on to is that when you listen to Ratcliffe talk about the brand of football that he wants, he's always referencing Man City and, do you know what I'm saying? Speaking about that kind of football. So I think he's going to go for like a possession-based style of football.
Yeah,
and he's going to want to play some progressive football, which is going to force certain players out of the team naturally.
Naturally, because we are seeing Ten Hag is supposed to be a possession manager. And look at the absolute state of his 18 months.
100%. If we're playing a possession-based style of football, there's no way that Bruno, Rashford, and Garnacho will survive.
No,
there's no way. There's no way. Like, sooner or later, at least 2 of them are done. Do you know what I mean? At least 2 of them.
Inshallah, man, I'm praying. I'm on my knees begging.
Yeah. This is what it is. So,
because you know what? I don't remember the last time I was just looking for a game, like knowing I will enjoy the game. It's always the stress of being a fan.
This is me, bro. This is me. Every time I watch Man United, I know, that we're gonna play dead and we might scumbag it.
Exactly, because it's just the stress. You want to win, you don't want to lose. And when you go to Arsenal, City, Liverpool, you want to win because those are big clubs, and especially some of them. But it's never like, you know what, I'm looking forward to this game. It's going to be fun and enjoyable. Nah, never. It's been a long time.
Exactly. Hey, big up everyone inside. You already know what it is. Back here tomorrow at 3:30 with Saeed, people. So, yeah, man, we'll see you there. Make sure you follow up Adam's Twitter. The guys will put the link in the chat.
Cheers, come on.
Nice one, people. And I'll catch you guys in a bit.